Hi, this is Renato. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to answer to the question, is it worth owning a car in Budapest? It might happen that because of the city where you come from, you might think that owning a car is a must here in Budapest, but it might not be the case. Let's start with the fact that the public transportation in Budapest is great. So in most of the cases, the answer to the question will be no. You don't need to own a car in Budapest. However, not everything is as black and white. So let me explain in which cases I do not recommend to own a car in Budapest and in which cases I think you should own a car. First of all, if you live in the city center and you work from home or work also in the city center, then you don't need to own a car. It would be a waste, I would think. Even if you travel a lot, the train stations where you can take the train to other cities, to other countries around Europe, or the bus stations they are also very close to the city center or very connected with public transportation. And even if you travel by air to other countries within Europe, you don't need a car because you have the public transportation, airport, bus, or shuttle, and that's very cheap and that's very fast. So you don't actually need to own a car. Second, if you live in the city center but work in the outskirts of the city, but you are well connected with public transportation, then I don't think you should own a car. And also vice versa, if you live in the outskirts of the city and work in the city center, but you are well connected with public transportation, then I don't think that you should own a car. First, if you have a big family of 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 kids, and you and your spouse take the kids to different places on a daily basis, then it is very much worth owning a car in Budapest. Second, if you travel once a week or twice a month to other cities within Hungary or to other cities within Europe, in the neighboring countries, for any reason, be it for tourism or for work, then it is worth owning a car. Third, if you live in the city center and do not pay for parking fees, and you work in the outskirts of the city and the public parking is free there, then it is worth owning a car. And also, and lastly, if you live in the outskirts of the city and do not pay for parking fees, or you have a parking in your place, and you work also in the outskirts of the city in another district far away from there, and you don't need to pay parking fees and there are no traffic jams, then it is also worth owning a car. And that's all for this video. I hope it was useful for you. If you have any questions, write them in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share my content if you think it's useful. And see you in the next one.